Hi, my name is Jessica.
Hi, my name is Katie.
And welcome back to YouthLine TV. Today we have a guest.
Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm the program manager with YouthLine.
We're happy to have Lisa with us today. Today our topic is going to be self-care under the pandemic.
Yeah, so before we talk about self-care, we need to understand what is self-care. So in my own personal definition, I think self-care is just taking care of your body. So it's not just like physically, but also mentally. And I think mental is even like more important than physical, just because if you feel mentally breakdown for that day, you probably just cannot work, and you cannot just like communicate with people. It will cause a lot of like other issues coming up. So I think like taking care of ourselves is really important. So Jessica, why do you think self-care is really important?
I think self-care is really important because it has been clinically proven to reduce stress. And I feel like it also helps like yourself feel better about yourself, like it boosts your self-esteem. Do you have any thoughts on that, Lisa?
Yeah, I think we've been living in a time where we're the most busy and we have the most responsibilities and expectations, right? 200 years ago, we were doing a lot less as humans, right? And so I think self-care is really important to going back to that root and that balance of who you are and what you love and what you care about. And I think that if you're going to be doing anything like community work, the work that we all do, or really work in general, that you take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, whatever that means for you. That doesn't have to mean religion. It can look different for everybody. And I think that we can't be of service to other people and help other people if we don't take care of ourselves first.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think like self-care is being more important like under this pandemic, just because like everyone just staying at home and working at home, studying at home. And for me especially, like I was studying and work at home all day start like March 2020, and I haven't been outside for like over a year. Just because like I have work and school all day and I don't even have time to like go outside and take a rest. And also because of the lockdown policy, and my parents, they don't allow me to go outside before I took like the vaccinations. So I stay at home all day, and like at the first like beginning month, I feel like this is really great, like stay at home and you don't need to like doing transportations, and you save a lot of money, save a lot of time, stay at home, and you can just woke up like 2 minutes before the class, and then you don't even need to dress up for yourself. So which is really like convenience. And but like after a few months, I started to feeling like bored and mentally breakdown, just because of like staying at home all day and doing the same thing like every day, repeating the same steps will make me feel anxious and start to be less engaging in the classes. So at that moment, I start to think more about self-care. So how about you guys, like feeling like under the pandemic? What do you guys do?
During the pandemic, I initially had the same response that you had. I was like, this is amazing. I get to stay home. I get to save money and gas. I get to learn how to be more tech savvy. And it was very shocking, right? We were all like, are we really all going to stay home? What's happening, right? And at first, it was really nice. And I tend to be a very calm person, and I was already meditating and exercising on a regular basis, which I continued into the pandemic, and I just changed my workout routine a little bit. I started using our backyard parking lot space to do exercises instead of running around Lake Merritt. And after a couple months, that got really old, and didn't seem like it was enough for me, and that I needed to do something else. And the time frames of the day started to seem really strange. So I started to implement more practices of like having a regular routine, because I realized I wasn't in a routine at all. And so I think part of that self-care is waking up every day, making sure that there's separation of like your work, your self-care, your personal life. during the pandemic, I spent a lot of time walking, hiking, meditating, yoga, and a lot of time talking on the phone to friends.
Yeah. And for me, it was a little bit different because I feel like from the start I was stressed out because we just started doing like online classes, and I think it was only my second semester at City College, and it was like really hard to do it with my son at the house. And this is when I first started like realizing how important self care is like for myself, and that's when I first like got introduced to what it was, and like I started doing like meditation videos at home, like so that I can just have a moment to myself.
Oh yeah, so you mentioned that like you're doing meditation at home. So why don't we all try out like doing a meditation so we can like see how it goes?
Yes, let's. So we're going to play a meditation video from by John Davis from the Goodful channel on YouTube.
In a warm, cozy spot and relax.
Hey there, and thanks for gifting yourself these next few minutes. It's important to remember that you're a priority, and allowing yourself even just a few short minutes of intentional reflection can really have a positive impact on the rest of your day. So let's use these next few minutes to come back to center and set an intention for the rest of your day. Move into a comfortable position, whether you're seated at your desk at work or laying on the couch at home, and gently close your eyes and shift all of your attention onto your breathing, taking slower, deeper breaths than you've taken all day so far. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly letting it out through your mouth. And continuing to breathe that way, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. Tune into your body, noticing how it feels. Noticing if there's anything that it's trying to tell you. Notice any place of tension or tightness in your body. Give those areas permission to relax, sending love into those areas. Thank your body for taking such good care of you, and let it know that it's okay to rest and relax for these next few minutes. You may notice that your mind starts to wander off. That's okay. That's natural. Just notice it and bring your attention back to your body, using your breath as your anchor. Try to picture one thing that's happened today that's made you smile, or made you thankful or appreciative. And just let that feeling fill you up for a moment. Breathe that feeling in from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And allow yourself to smile if that feels natural. Now focus on something that you can do today, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, that will allow you to continue feeling this way. It could be something as small as deciding to go to bed early tonight, so that you have time to finally read that book that's been on your bedside table. Or the joy of getting dinner with a close friend. What's one little thing you can plan for your day to bring that intentional joy to it? Now just focus on that for a few minutes. Sit in that feeling of joy and peace. few more deep breaths together. A deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, and everything contract back in as you exhale. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before it, holding that breath for a beat, and exhaling everything out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that breath through your entire body. And exhale it out. And in your own time, slowly bring your awareness back to where you are. And thank yourself for taking these few minutes to just be intentional and kind to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, so guys, let's go back to our real world. So how do you guys feel after doing the meditation?
I always feel calm after I do a meditation. And if I'm lucky, I feel sleepy.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel very relaxed.
Yeah, for me, I feel really relaxed. Obviously, it's like relaxed and calm, and it just feels like I'm walking into like a rainforest, and then you can hear the raindrops, and then you can hear the birds they're singing, which make me feel really peaceful, especially if you have like a really tough day with all the work.
Yeah, I think when people, a lot of people find meditation like hard or scary, and there's these stereotypes of what meditation is exactly supposed to look like, when in reality, there's not really any rules. It looks different for different people, right? And although I may know that taking a deep breath is good, or that I can focus on being grateful for something today, sometimes having a different voice remind you of that is really powerful.
Yeah, I agree with you. So while I was in high school, I didn't realize that meditation is the thing that can benefit my mental health or like my body health.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just kind of like something we just close our eyes and then do whatever things. But like as I started growing up, I feel like meditation can really help me release the stress, and especially when you cannot be focused on your work. Like just take a 5-minute break during meditation and then go back to where you feel like you'll be more focused and the efficiency will be like higher.
Yeah, I feel like meditation is a great way to do self-care, but there's also like many other things that one can do as a form of self-care. Do you have any examples?
Yeah, like for me during this pandemic, some other self-care I do is I would grow up some new hobbies. So one of the hobbies that I grow up is to sending postcards to people. So I started creating relationship with different people by writing letters, sending postcards, and then we right now I'm still keeping like a relationship with them like for over 1 year, like during this pandemic. And we always share like our daily life, and I also share my pandemic life with them. So I think this is like a really nice way to be reconnect to the world, because especially during the pandemic, you cannot go outside and travel around the world, but like people from around the world can be sending greetings to you, just make you feel like you are also traveling to different places. And some other things that I would do is I would also like do some exercise at home. It usually take like 30 minutes. You just follow some YouTubers and just watch their videos and do the same steps with them. And I think that was really great. And I still keep doing that even though it's like not during the pandemic, I think. Yeah. So how about you guys? Do you guys doing other stuff during the like pandemic?
I did a lot of hiking. And with the luxury of working from home, just being able to get up early on a weekday and go hiking, and there was obviously the more people were out because of the pandemic, but getting into nature, I've heard before there's like a Buddhist, I don't remember, a Buddhist saying that is walking through any nature washes away all of your sins. And so really using that as a way to kind of refresh yourself and utilize nature. And then science has also shown that it's proven that being in nature is physiologically beneficial to you. So I did a lot of hiking, a lot of walking my dog, a lot of meditation and yoga, kind of the basic self-care stuff. I think I heard a lot of different things throughout the pandemic of how people were self-caring, from different staff and friends and family of what they were doing. From everything from art and picking up a hobby to having Zoom, what's it called? Zoom, like trivia games with family and that kind of stuff when we all couldn't see each other. And I know that was self-care for a lot of other people. I think one thing that's really important to note is that I think the idea of social distancing really impacted the psychological thoughts of people interacting with other people, and I think folks really took that literally of like socially distancing. And I think that if we're in a pandemic, we should change that language to physical distancing, because we can have physical distance from each other, but we shouldn't socially be distanced from people, right? Like socially, we're social creatures. Humans are social. We operate in groups. And so I think if we can change people's mindset around that and understand that it's a physical distance and not a social distance, maybe we would feel a little bit more connected to each other.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it just remind me like I think in 2020 I have several like Zoom birthday parties with friends together, because we cannot hang out together and celebrate each other's birthday, so we decided to just hold it on Zoom. And we play games together, and we also sing birthday songs together, and we take a lot of screenshots of our like birthday posts, which is pretty nice. Yeah. How about you, Jessica? Do you have other things that you do?
For me, I would just say it was like walking to around the parks. I wish I would have done hiking, because I know there's like a few places to do so around the area. But yeah, I feel like there's really like a lot of methods of self-care. Like it really just depends on like what you like to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I will also try out hiking like in the future. Like, Lisa, do you have any like recommend places for us to go hike?
Oh, absolutely. It depends really on what city you're in. First of all, download All Trails. All Trails is, All Trails?
Yeah, I think I've heard of this.
It's a app that is basically they're trying to get all the trails in the world. And so sometimes they'll have something like, they'll do it based on location. So like if you're at home, something super close to you, right? I think there's a misconception that in San Francisco, there's not anywhere to get outside into nature. And that's actually not true. You can go over to like the Fort Mason area by the Golden Gate Bridge. There's a bunch of hiking trails over there. You can go over to the Sutro Baths over at Land's End in San Francisco. There's also, if you go all the way down the beach, I don't know what it's called, but it's by Lake Merced. There's a lot of like beach trails over there, California coastline trails. And then in the East Bay, when the pandemic started, I was living in Oakland, and I lived really close to East Bay Regional Park, which is a really big park with all different types of activities. But during that time, everybody was hiking, and there's a lot of trails where you can like go by yourself and not have to be in contact with strangers or have very minimal contact. And then of course, I always recommend going anywhere in Marin because the redwood forests are so beautiful if you have the option and you have a car.
Well, and I think that's going to be all for today. So we want to thank our guest, Lisa.
Thank you so
for
much.
being on the show with us today.
And talk about all the self-care, and you have a lot of great ideas on medications and social distance and physical distance.
Okay, guys, that's all for today.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us at youthline@child.org. You can also use our website, youthline.sf.org, the last chat session, to contact us. And feel free to check out other content such as like blogs, any other things on our website.
And you can follow us on our social media platforms, and they will be in the description down below. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, and subscribe. We wish you guys a happy holiday.
Merry Christmas!
Bye.
Bye.